Hi there guys, it's Andy Wood here. I thought I would do a little show and tell and show you guys my process of how I do the Let's Plays, walkthroughs, and any other kind of video that I do on a PC and get it ready for YouTube. As you can see here, I am showing you my desktop, and by the way, this is unscripted. I have had a little bit of eggnog, so I may step on my tongue from now and then, and so on. It's a little cluttered, my desktop is. I have not cleaned it up since I did the holiday video I did for the local Google Plus community, so that's why there's some clutter. But I do have a little bit of organization. I have my Adobe suite laid out here. I have my editor, which is Premiere Pro, After Effects, which I use various parts of it, and Photoshop, along with the primary games that I'm playing and my backlog, which is quite a few. I also have grouped together is the capture software I use for whatever reasons. DxTory, OBS, Bandicam, and Fraps. I have recently acquired, pardon me, I seem to have gone through puberty. I have recently acquired Bandicam and I've been testing it out with my Let's Play. So far, no issues. Pretty simple to set up. And in fact, I'm using Bandicam right now to capture my desktop. All right, so let me clear this up. Let me show you the files we're going to be working with here. So, so for the most part, when I do my Let's Play or my walkthroughs, I like to add in a face cam. And for the face cam, I use a Logitech C910. And this is the raw footage from the camera. Now, what I do is I also film myself in front of a green screen, so that way I can clip it out or key it out. And this is the output from that. Now I'm going to be using both these files because I want the audio from this, I want the video from this, and I want to use the audio to sync up the rest of the game, I guess is the best way to say it. Now here's the raw footage from Lego's Lord of the Rings. This will be the next chapter I'll be uploading to YouTube, along with the separate audio channels. So I guess that's about it. It's not very long. It's only about maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So here we have Adobe Premiere. If you've never used it before, I won't try to explain it to you. But like most editing software, it has the preview, your editing area, and all the other sorts of windows that you do use for it. Now for me, when I do these Let's Plays, I try to tell a story a little bit, if I can. Now with the Lego's Lord of the Rings, it goes from chapter to chapter, and there are some cutscenes. So what I try to do is take a cutscene from the previous chapter and edit it into the one that I'm currently going into, if it's possible. And that's what we currently are looking at here. And these are the files that I previously described. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the chroma keyed image, and we're going to just snap that right up against the previous footage, because we're going to be doing some cutting here and it'll all butt up real nicely. So this is just a video, and if we take a look at it, we can see just me. I'm going to scale that to the project. It's kind of blurry. There we go. So you can see here there's no green screen, there's no background, so that way when the game footage is put, I will be kind of overlaid it. I will be superimposed. I won't be, never mind. Then here is the actual Windows media file that's recorded directly from the Logitech camera. But I don't want the video because I've already got that. So I just want to get the audio. And again, I'm only going to use it for synchronization. So I'm going to, that's so attractive. I'm going to grab just the audio and boom. Now actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, since I'm really not going to permanently use this audio, I'm going to drag it down a channel, because we're going to be using and the reason why is that the Logitech video camera, the microphone, it's okay, but it's not really good. And for some reason, when I try to use my external microphone with the webcam, because you can pick a microphone, for some reason it gives it a slight echoey effect for some reason, and I have searched high and low and can't figure out why. So all I do is I just record another channel in Bandicam, and that's what we will be using here separately. So that was probably a lot of information you didn't want to know. So now this is the main game footage, so we're going to grab that and stick it right there. And then this is the my channel, my external microphone. So again, we have face cam, the audio from the face cam, game audio, and external microphone. So I hope that's kind of clear. Now, so what I'm going to do is, just so I don't accidentally do any wild clicks, I'm going to link the video and, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't want to do that right now. I'll do that in a sec. So what we're going to do here is I need to make sure everything's on. I don't know why that was turned off. And I know what this is. This is me talking to myself, making sure I've got everything all switched. And this is me doing an audio 3 count, kind of trying to make sure I get everything in sync. So a lot of times what I do is I turn on the camera first, and then I get the game launched. And then once I get to a point where I'm ready to start actually recording and hit my hotkey for the game capture, I do a 3 count, and then I have kind of an audio cue so I know when the game is actually supposed to be starting, which is what we got, a 3, 2, 1, and then boom, I hit the key. So hopefully you guys can hear this and it makes some sense. And 3, 2, 1. All right, so that little click, that was me hitting the button. So what I'm going to do is bring all this up here. Okay, so the click is right there. So I do apologize if this is painful. Okay, that's me hitting the key. So, and then the reason why you don't see any game footage is because the game actually has a little bit of a black lead in because it was going into another chapter. And I'm going to actually turn off one of the audios. So, okay, now we got game. Okay. And I don't start doing anything until about here, it looks like. Now, at a high level, it looks like the audios are in sync, but they're really not. If we get down to it, if we zoom in, you'll see, now once again, this and this is in sync. This is in sync with this, so obviously when I'm hitting the capture key, there is a moment to where there's a gap, and that's what we're seeing here. So what I'm going to do is find a spot on the video footage that I want to sync up with, and it's going to be the kind of the chunkier stuff right there. And then I'm going to grab about the same spot on the external microphone, and then I'm just going to grab it and pull it over. So that should be fairly lined up. Now to make sure it works, I'm going to turn off the audio. I'm going to mute the webcam software. And I'm going to back up a little bit, hit play. All right, and 3, 2, 1. It looks like I'm lip syncing pretty good. And if I turn on the other channel, they should both be about the same. All right, and 3. Yep, all right, so that sounds pretty good. So now this is me getting ready to do the game recording. So again, I get to the 3 count, I think here. 2, 1. Right, okay. And then I cut it, I slice it all, because this is me introducing and saying, hey, we're back playing a game. So I'm going to take all this, and this becomes all deleted. And now we're back here. And if I did my job correctly, that should be a hard cut. Hey guys, it's Andy Wood. We're back again with Legos Lord of the Rings. All right, so it looks like it's nice and synced up. So I don't need that audio channel. I'm now going to link the video and audio. So just in case I get spazzy fingers or jazz hands and move stuff, it'll all move together. And obviously I am way too big in proportion here, so I'm going to fix that. So by doing that real quick, I click on the video, or it'll grab the video or the audio since it's linked, and then I'm going to go in here and make my adjustments here. And since I like to have a nice consistent spot, I use the same coordinates or pixels or whatever you want to call it, the dimensions, resolution. That way, in most of my videos, depending upon, again, the game, I'm kind of in the same spot for consistency. All right, so we're almost done because I'm not going to have you guys sit here and watch me render it. So again, we have the chroma keyed images, so you see a nice overlay. We have the actual game footage, and we have the external microphone, which is now in sync with the game. Now, I don't... Whoa. Hopefully you guys aren't getting too annoyed with that. So what I like to do is do a fairly decent... I don't like the hard cuts, not so much. I mean, for some things they're kind of comical, but I like to do a little transition. So I'm going to go into the video effects here. I'm going to do a cross dissolve. And then I'm going to do the same thing for my image. But because there's no lead-in video, I need to kind of shorten it. And then I'm just going to test it and make sure it looks okie dokie. Hey guys, it's Andy Wood. Alright, so that looks good. Now, we have to make some adjustments because volume-wise, I never record at the same volume. The game does, but sometimes some of the audio is going to be too darn loud. So what I want to do is find a scene where I'm talking and the game's going on and see which one is too loud, see if it's okay, and then make some adjustments. And trying to catch the Balrog. Alright, so the game is too loud because you can't quite hear me. So we're going to drop that down a few decibels, I think. I don't have a whole lot I can do. I'm almost there. Am I going to start whacking him here? Oh, I'm doing it! Alright. I am Gandalf! Alright, so that sounds pretty good. I'm going to find another spot here that might be a little bit different. Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps not. And then, do I pick you up? Yeah. Alright, so that sounds pretty good, actually. So now, all I have to do is end this. Now, I have another cutscene because I finished this particular story arc. So I just want to get to where I say goodbye, which I believe is right here. You guys have a great one. See you next time. All right, and then I just I want to zoom in and make sure I'm not cutting myself off. Yep, and that's it, guys. So again, from screen capture, which or from game capture to the editor, and then of course I'll go through and export this or render it out and upload it to YouTube. Excuse me. I guess about the only thing that's missing here is a screenshot. So generally I try to go through here and find something from game. I know a lot of people are so much more creative than I am. They actually create better screen images than I ever could. So I usually try to find something that's a little iconic, like maybe, I don't know, something that, again, is kind of telling the story. And, you know, it's kind of like when you go see a movie, you see a preview, and it kind of tells you what's coming on and whatnot. So I don't know what I'm going to find, but maybe, oh, I know what would be good. I know what would be really good. And so we have... These guys are crossing the bridge, so like maybe the first appearance of the Balrog. So where's that at? Is that here? Yep, there he is. It's kind of hard to see because he's Lego, obviously. Well, you know, that could also tell a picture there, so let me do that for now. And let's see if I can find... Okay, so here comes the Balrog. He's big, ugly, but because everything's all glowy and there's not much contrast, it's really hard to tell that he is the Balrog. I mean, we know it's a Balrog, but well, I guess that's actually a pretty good screenshot right there. All right, so I'll grab that one too. All right, so and then while this is rendering, I guess I'll show you guys real quick is I have my template for my thumbnail. And when that loads up here, for some reason it was on the other screen. There it is. And this is going to be chapter 9. So I will go into a file. Oops. Change that to 9. And sorry, again, this is unscripted. I want to go there. We're going to embed. And we're going to look for, I think that one will be better. Yeah. Now, because it's got this letterbox stuff, oh, you know what? And it's got me in it too, so I forgot to. Actually, let me do that. Let me turn me off. Let me take a better screenshot so I'm not in there. Turn that back on because I want to render it, obviously, with the face cam. Okay, and then let's cancel out of that. Let's go get the other one now. That should be that one. Yay, no Andy. And then we want to stretch that out. Scoot it over a little bit. I guess right about there looks... I know the Lord of the Rings is kind of in the way, but everyone's going to pretty much know what's going on. And then for me, I like to sharpen the image so it looks a little bit better after it gets all, you know, YouTube-ified. So we get a little bit more sharpness going on there. And maybe for this one, I'll adjust the saturation a smidge. Try to pull some of the orange out of there. Okay. And that's going to be the thumbnail. So I'm going to save my template. And then I'll do that and change that to a 9. And so my thumbnail's ready. And I go back to my editor. I render this out, upload it, put up the thumbnail, the description, and there we go. So anyways, I hope everyone's like this. If you got any questions, please let loose with the questions. I'll do my best to answer them correctly. I'm not very technical when it comes to this. I've just kind of followed some YouTube tutorials, got it to where it works. And if there's a better way of doing it that you guys know, please let me know. And if this helps you guys, then great, because that's what the community is all about. You guys have a good one. Talk to you later.